Hi, everybody. Welcome to Von Cupcake Yoga. I'm your host, Gretchen. And today in our stretch, we are going to use a couple of blocks, anything roughly the size or shape this will do. But blocks are pretty easy to find. And we're just going to have a little bit of a de-stressing stretch, a little anti-anxiety stretch, and maybe feel a little bit better when we're done. So we're going to start laying down on our back. Come all the way down to the floor. Maybe your knees are bent, maybe your legs are straight. That is your personal preference. Just take a couple moments and breathe here. Let your body get used to being on the floor. You'll feel gravity start to take effect. You'll feel your shoulders start to relax. Maybe your neck starts to relax. And everything that I tell you today is a suggestion and not a command. Make any alterations to any of these postures to better suit your body. Always taking time to explore your body, looking for that juicy egg of a good stretch, but backing away from any pain. Draw your attention to your breath. Making no changes to your breath, just observing your breath as it comes in through your nose. Feel that breath as your chest rises, maybe your belly expands. Feel that belly gently wafting down as you exhale. As we inhale, we fill and swell our body full of fresh, new energy. As we exhale, we sink a little deeper, a little lower, melt a little bit more. For every inhale today, my friends, think of the words refresh, renew. And for every exhale, my friends, think the words release. We're here to release today. Start to deepen your breath, inhaling fully and completely. Feeling that chest expand, that belly swell. And on our exhale, maybe we tighten up those tummy muscles just a little bit to press out all that old air, completely changing air. Inhaling completely, filling your body full of new, fresh, loving energy. Exhaling completely, let go of all that old energy that no longer serves you, that doubt, that anxiety, that fear. Start to do a mental scan of your body, looking for any areas that might feel a little stressed, might feel a little tense. Feelings and emotions like to hide in your muscles too, so kind of look for that stuff as we're going around. Maybe starting at the top of our head, bringing our attention around our neck and our shoulders. Drawing our attention over our chest and down our arms. Seeking and searching for any points of stress and tension. Drawing your attention down your back and around your core. Swirling it around your hips and your joints down there, the base of your spine. Drawing that attention even further still around the thighs and the quads, around your knees. Circle those calves, go down around the ankles and all the way across the arches of your feet, the tops of your feet, all the way to those little bitty toes. Identify those areas that you feel stress. And if you haven't bent your knees, bend your knees, bring your feet flat to the floor, and gently sway those knees a little from side to side, letting that hip gently lift up off the floor as your knees get a little bit closer to the floor. Moving with your breath, maybe we inhale when our knees go off to one side, and exhale as we draw our knees back to center. And allow your knees to get real dramatic. Each pass from one side to the other, maybe they dip just a little bit closer to the floor. And maybe next time our knees are over to the right side of our mats, we can allow them to come all the way down to the floor. Press your pelvis towards that right side of the mat and maybe point that left knee towards that lower right corner of that mat. Extend your arms out to a T, straight out from your shoulders, and turn your gaze over to the left. So our face is going to be pointing in the opposite direction of our knees. Take some natural shifting and moving till you feel a nice stretch, maybe in your quads. And once you're there, take a big, full, complete breath and sigh it out. Imagine that spine like a wash rag being twisted and turned and expressing all of the water in that wash rag. Imagine your spine just like that. As we twist here, we're wringing out old energy. Inhale completely and exhale completely. Let that left shoulder feel heavy. Inhale to swell and expand. Feel your belly expand and your chest rise. Exhale to release. Big breath in, and on your exhale, tighten those tummy muscles. Draw those knees and that gaze back to center. And start to sway those knees again to your breath, inhaling and exhaling, allowing that hip to lift up off the floor. Dramatically letting those knees slowly get closer and closer to the mat as you sway back and forth, until the knees find their way down to the left-hand side of your mat. Press your pelvis towards that left edge of that mat. Maybe point that right knee towards that left corner of the mat. Extend your arms out to a T and turn your head to face the right-hand side. So our knees are pointing opposite our head. Let that right shoulder feel heavy. It's okay if it doesn't come all the way down to the ground. Just breathe and let gravity do its thing. Take some natural shift and adjustments until you feel a nice stretch right there in that front thigh area, maybe even that upper hip area, those quad muscles. Big breath in, exhale completely. Just breathe here. Release. Tell your body it's okay to let go. Gently, and notice as your muscles start to release. Three more full, complete breaths. Inhaling fully into your belly, expanding and swelling. Imagine that washcloth being twisted and wrung out. Exhale completely. Let all that old energy go. Big breath in, and on your exhale, tighten those tummy muscles. Draw those knees back to center. Draw that gaze back to center. Line up gently your heels with your hips. They don't have to be perfectly in line, just whatever feels about right. And maybe inch those heels as close to your hips as feels comfortable. In a perfect world, maybe we can reach down and grab onto our ankles, but this isn't a perfect world. So whatever your body is allowing for you, as long as they're sort of in line with your hip bones, you should be just fine, my friend. And bring your arms down by your side, and maybe your palms are facing down right next to your hips. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling, tightening on those glutes and really pressing that pelvis towards the ceiling. Maybe you point your knees towards that wall behind you. Nice and tall, nice and big, opening up that front. Big breath in, and on your exhale, gently roll that spine down one vertebrae at a time, gently stacking those vertebrae down gently, settling those hips down. Big breath in, and on your exhale, press into your feet, lift those hips, tighten those glutes, press that pelvis towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly roll that spine down one vertebrae at a time until those hips come down to the mat. And then we're going to cross that right ankle over that left knee. And maybe gently bring our hand to that right thigh and gently press. That might feel incredible. Take a full solid breath here, exhaling completely. Now this is the posture, and everything else from here is just sprinkles on the cupcake, my friend. But if you want a little something more, you can release your hand from your thigh, lift up on that left leg, reach down and hold on to that left thigh. You can also put one hand on that right shin and then hold on behind, whichever feels right for your body, making allowances. Some of us who have big bellies might have a struggle. So we want to make it accessible for us. So maybe we bring a hand to our shin. Flex and point those toes. Kind of notice any difference. Might feel a different type of stretch. And maybe gently rock a little from side to side, taking your time, feeling your body. If you have lower back pain, this stretch is great to help relieve some stress from sciatica. Inhale completely, exhale completely, gently lower down on that left leg and lower down on that right leg. Sway those knees gently from side to side just for a couple of breaths. Return to your stillness and cross that left ankle over that right thigh. Maybe we gently bring our hand to that left thigh and gently press. That might feel really good for you. And if you'd like a little something more from this, of course, you can release that hand, lift up on that right leg, reach down, hold on to that right thigh, or even that left shin, pressing that right thigh into that left ankle. Maybe gently rocking a little from side to side. Inhale fully and exhale fully. Slowly lower that foot down. Slowly uncross. Sway those knees from side to side. Reach over and grab a hold of that block that we had you grab, or that book, or whatever you have. Press into those feet, lift up on those hips, and draw that block right underneath of your sacrum. You don't have to move it and adjust it until you feel fully supported. Bringing your shoulders or your arms down by your side. Maybe your palm is facing up. Take a big breath here. Enjoy this supported bridge pose. Exhale fully. Maybe even out the mouth, sigh it out. Big breath in, and on your exhale, draw those knees towards your chest. Maybe we hold on to our knees. Maybe we hold on to our shins. And as you inhale, feel your belly pressing against your thighs. And as you exhale, maybe you can draw those thighs just a little bit closer. And then extend your feet towards the ceiling, flexing those feet, pressing those heels towards the ceiling, bringing our arms down by our sides. Lean your legs towards your head in this version of waterfall. Take some time and roll out those ankles. And you can bend those knees anytime you need a little bit of break, but that block under your hips should provide a little assistance with you being able to suspend your legs in the air. This version of legs up the wall is a great stress reliever. It sends blood towards the brain. It helps to bring your body out of your survival mode, your fight or flight syndrome. Inhale fully, exhale fully. Bend into those knees. Bring those feet gently down to the mat. Take a big breath here, and on your exhale, maybe sample and feel how it might feel to extend those legs out. You might feel a really nice psoas muscle stretch. The psoas muscle is that little muscle right in the front of your hips. It's also a culprit for a lot of sciatica pain, lower back pain. So giving your body a moment to open up that. Inhale fully to refresh and renew. Exhale to release. Allow your body to melt just over that block. One full, complete breath in. Exhale completely, even tightening those tummy muscles, pressing out all that old air. And bend into those knees. Press into those feet, gently lifting those hips. Grab a hold of that block and then just kind of slide it out. Roll that spine down. Notice any difference between having your back on the mat and having your hips on a block. Maybe the mat feels a little cool underneath of you. And when you're ready and as you're ready, gently start to press yourself up, coming to your most easy, most comfortable seats. Maybe sitting in crisscross applesauce. You can even sit on that block if you like. That might feel really good for you. But if you got any juicy goodness back behind you, move it out of the way and wiggle around a little bit. You really want to feel those hips grounded into the ground, sitting up nice and tall, extending through the crown of your head, and the shoulders are back and down. Your hands are resting on your knees comfortably. Maybe we close down our eyes just a little bit here. Find a little spot on the floor in front of your mat if you like. Spend some time connecting to your breath. Following that breath in through your nose. Filling and swelling and expanding your lungs and your rib cage. Send that breath all the way down your spine and circle it around your hips. Think the word release when you exhale. Two more full, complete, deep breaths. Next, exhale, draw that chin to your chest. still sitting up nice and tall and the shoulders are still backing down. But our chin is slowly dipped down to our chest. Big breath in. Exhale completely. Let that head feel nice and heavy. Let gravity do its thing. On your next exhale, gently roll that right ear towards that right shoulder. Exhale completely. Start to point that chin in some different directions. Maybe point the top of your head in some directions. Until you find that perfect custom neck stretch, breathe into your neck. 3 full complete breaths. Let gravity do its thing. Inhale completely. And on your next exhale, roll that chin back to your chest. Full breath in. Exhale completely. On your next exhale, roll that left ear to that left shoulder. Point your chin and the top of your head in some different directions till you find that perfect custom neck stretch for yourself. Inhale to fill and swell your lungs and your belly. Exhale to melt just a little bit more. 3 full complete rounds of breath. On your next exhale, roll that chin back to your chest. Full breath in. Let it go completely. Gently, gently, slowly bring that head back up to center. I'm going to turn to my side. You can stay right where you are, but I just want to show you. We're going to stretch our throat too to open up the front of our throat. And we're going to bring those hands back behind us with the fingers pointing back, leaning back onto those palms. And maybe those hands are spread a little further than your mat. Find what feels right. Shoulders are back and down. Shine your heart forward and let your head drop back to open up that neck. Inhale fully, exhale completely. Take 3 full complete breaths here. Exhale completely. Gently press into those fingers to help guide your body back up. You can even bring your hand to the back of your head if you need to assist that to come back up. Finding yourself nice and centered in your easy seat posture. Once again, shoulders back and down. Take a full breath in and out. And then we're going to extend this left leg forward or even out to the side if that serves your body better. Take some time and move your belly around your hips so that you have more mobility in this area. And tuck this right foot in just a little bit here so that we're kind of in a nice little figure 4 here. Whether that leg is extended directly in front of you or off to the side is a personal preference, so find what feels right for you. And of course, if you got some juicy goodness, move it out from underneath of you. Grounding on them sit bones, wiggle just a little bit. Inhale, both those arms up. Big breath in, reach towards that ceiling. Pivot towards your extended leg, if you will, and then hinge forward at those hips, reaching with your hands until you feel that nice stretch down the back of your leg, and then bring those hands down. Maybe gently press this right shoulder to the left just a little bit to help center your body. For your inhale, make yourself feel nice and tall. And for your exhale, maybe we deepen this fold and bring your chin to your chest. Full breaths in. Full breaths out. Gently, slowly walk those hands back. Big breath in. We're going to do that one more time. Extend both those arms up. Pivot towards that extended leg, hinge forward at the hips till you find your edge, and then bring those hands down wherever they may be. Make that back feel nice and tall, and on your exhale, maybe we deepen that fold. Drop that chin to your chest. And now while we're here, let's bring that left hand to the inside of our left ankle. Maybe that palm is facing out. And extend this right hand back behind you and then up and over. Find a side body stretch here. Inhaling fully and completely and breathing into those tiny little muscles right in between those ribs. Exhale, gently draw that body back up to center. Beautiful. Let's extend both those legs out nice and far. Maybe you shift those hips forward a little bit to keep that juicy goodness and make allowance for your belly. Maybe we press it inwards. Sit up nice and tall here. Inhale, both those arms up. And on your exhale, hinge forward at the hips, reaching as far as feels comfortable. And then bring those hands down to the floor. With your inhale, make that back feel nice and tall. And with your exhale, maybe we walk our fingers forward slightly, making our chest feel heavy, leaning forward, bringing our chin to our chest. Take a few nice full deep breaths here, inhaling all the way down to your belly. Send that breath around all those little areas. And as gravity does its thing, you can always walk those fingers out slightly, encouraging this stretch. Never forcing, just encouraging. Inhale to renew, to refresh. Exhale to release. Sink down deeper. Start to gently walk those hands back. Bringing your body back up to seat here. Big breath in. Exhale completely. Let's draw this left foot in, setting ourselves up for the stretch on the other side. Maybe that leg, your right leg moves to the front. Maybe it stays off to the side. Find what feels right for you. Inhale, both those arms up. Pivot towards that extended leg wherever it may be. Hinge forward at the hips. Bring those hands down to wherever you like. Maybe press that left shoulder in towards the right. Find your stretch here. Breathe into your body. With every inhale, make your back feel flatter and taller. And with every exhale, maybe we deepen that stretch just a little bit here. Release that chin to your chest. Gently release. Gently walk those hands back. We're just going to do that one more time. Inhale, both those arms up. Pivot towards that extended leg. Hinge forward, reaching far with your fingers. Bringing those hands down, maybe even pressing that left shoulder over to the right. Inhale completely, exhale completely, deepen that fold. Maybe from here we can take this right hand and bring it to the inside of our right ankle, extending this left hand back behind us and up and over, finding a side body stretch here. Take a couple breaths, breathe into your body. Think about those tiny little muscles that line those ribs. Exhale, release. Come on back up. Extend that left leg back out. Shift your body. Move that juicy goodness. Big breath in. Inhale both those arms up. Exhale, fold forward at the hips. Bring those hands down wherever they may be. Maybe gently dip one shoulder and dip the other shoulder as we let our chest start to feel nice and heavy. Exhaling completely. Bring that chin to your chest, releasing that head. Very slowly and dramatically shake your head no. No, I will not accept other people's opinions of me as fact, because they are not truth. No, I will not speak bad about myself. I deserve better. Inhale to renew. Exhale to release. Start to walk those hands back up. And now we're going to shift over to our tabletop posture. That's our hands and knees. So just come on up, take your time. Grab a hold of those blocks and bring them to the top of your mat so that they are there for you. And find your tabletop here. So your knees are going to be right underneath your hips and your wrists are going to be right underneath your shoulders. You can even walk them a handprint forward if you need a little bit more room in those wrists. But once you find your tabletop, bring your gaze right down in between your hands. Maybe your thumbs are pointing towards each other and your fingertips are pointing towards that short edge of your mat. Your shoulders are not bunched around your ears. Back and down. Make that back feel nice and flat. Big breath in. Press into those hands. Tuck that tailbone, roll that chin to your chest, round that spine up towards your ceiling. Find your cat pose here. Exhale, draw that belly towards the floor, arching your back, bring your shoulders back and down. Finding your cow pose here, shining your heart forward, maybe even looking forward. Inhale, completely round that back, tuck that tailbone, bring that chin to your chest, making your body in the shape of a Halloween cat. Exhale, dip that belly, arch that back, shoulders back and down. Return to your cat pose. Turn to your cow pose. Come back to your tabletop. Spread those knees nice and wide. Maybe the big toes are together to touch. Shift those hips back and walk those hands forward. Finding a little child's pose here. Sinking that chest down. Sinking that forehead down. Down, down, down. Take a few breaths here. Be gentle with yourself. You are so precious and so valuable. Press into those hands. Gently start to press your body back up to your tabletop posture. And then we're going to bring this left foot forward. This is where blocks come in handy, my friends. Bring your hands to your blocks. Shift your hips down and forward, scooping them forward, sinking them nice and low. Inhale completely and exhale completely. Press into that front foot, shifting those hips back, lifting up that those toes, straightening that leg. You can even bring those hands a little closer to your hips. Sit up nice and full here. Big breath in, and on your exhale, maybe you can fold a little bit. That might feel good. We're going to seesaw back and forth from this a few times. So start to bend into those knees, that front knee. Draw those hands back up. Sink to your low lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, press into that front foot. Shift those hips back. Extend that front leg. Fold. Couple more breaths here. Bending into that front knee. Bringing those hands forward. Low lunge. Press in that front foot. Shift those hips back. Reverse split. One more, bending in that front knee, shifting forward. And then on your exhale, press into those blocks. Draw that left knee back to meet the right. Sink those hips back just for a moment. And then bring it back on up. And we're going to bring that right foot forward to set ourselves up to do the same thing here. Scooping those hips down and forward. Finding that low lunge. Take a full breath in. Exhale completely. Press into that front foot. Start to straighten that front leg, lifting up those toes, walking those hands close to the hips. Big breath in, fold. Inhale, bend in that front knee. Bring those hands back by those feet. Shift those hips forward, low lunge. Exhale, press into that front foot. Straighten that front leg. Shifting those hips back, fold. Inhale, completely start to bend in that front knee. Sink forward into your low lunge. One more, pressing that front foot, straighten that front leg. Exhale, bend in that front knee. Sink those hips down and forward. Low lunge. Inhale, completely press into those blocks. Draw those knees back. Find that tabletop once again. Nice full tabletop here. Bring those big toes together to touch. Sink those hips back. Walk those hands forward. Find a child's pose here. Sink that chest down nice and low. Maybe bring your forehead to the mat. Inhale fully. Exhale to sink those hips down. Pressing into your hands. Maybe walk your hands over to the right side of your mat and sink your hips down to the left. Find a little side body stretch here. Exhale, walk those hands back to center. Bring those hips back to center. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Sink your hips over to the right. Find a side body stretch here. Exhale, walk those hands back to center. Bring those hips back to center. Sink further into your child's pose, walking those hands forward. Maybe your whole chest can come down to the mat. One more full breath in, and on your exhale, gently, slowly start to press yourself up. Coming back to that tabletop posture once again, and then just shifting forward till we're seated. Extending those legs out in front of us. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe your feet are as wide as your mat. Sit here just a bit and breathe with your shoulders back and down. Inhale fully, exhale. Maybe we fold forward at the hips just a little bit. Maybe bring our hands down by our ankles or our feet. Exhale, release. Draw those soles of your feet together to touch. Make some allowances for your body, maybe pressing your belly inwards. Grab a hold of those ankles and draw them a little bit closer to your body, whatever feels good for you. Big breath in, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, maybe bring your hands down around your feet. Coming into a cobbler's pose here, leaning forward, bringing that chin to your chest. Full breath in, exhale completely. Gently start to release. And gently start to lay back down on the floor. Nice and slow, nice and easy. Keeping those knees bent. Spread them a little further apart, maybe as wide as the mat or even just a little off of the mat. And lean those knees towards each other. They don't have to touch, just kind of lean them towards each other. Turn your palms facing up. Let your shoulders sink down. As you inhale, inhale into the center of your chest, feeling it rise towards the ceiling. Exhale, maybe out of the mouth, sigh it out. Lay here and breathe just a little bit. Hopefully we feel a little less stressed out now. Everything is going to work out exactly how it was supposed to work out. You are stronger than you think you are. Inhale fully, exhale, sink deeper. Start to return to your body. Inhaling fully through the nose, expanding that belly. Exhale out the mouth. Gently and slowly start to press yourself up, taking your time. Once you're there, find yourself in your easiest seat. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe close down your eyes just a little bit here. And draw your palms together to touch. Press your thumbs right up against your heart. Fully connect to yourself. Bring your chin to your chest, and as we give honor to the beautiful culture that gave us yoga, we recite the light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's stretch, and I hope you feel so much better. A little bit of a somatic type of exercise today, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. If you enjoy these types of classes, certainly let me know, and I'll be doing more of them for you. Be sure you're subscribed to my channel and make sure you hit that notification bell because I will post regularly, so it'll let you know anytime a new stretch is available. And be sure to share us with your friends and anybody you think that might like to try yoga. This is a great way to get started. Even though I do encourage you to check out your local yoga studios, I am here for you today. And thank you to A Little Twisted Yoga Studio for letting us record here today. And until next time, take care of each other. Bye-bye.